Am I live? Yes, I am. Hey guys, it's May to December, it's me. I'm back again, yeah, just getting through after that horror overview. Oh my word, I tell you, I'm impressed. I know a lot of people are impressed. I want to say thank you for your comments and thank you for sticking in there and watching the whole thing through. 2 hours and 46 minutes, was it? Or 41? I can't remember. But thanks for watching it. Thanks for all the great comments. Now I'm going to be doing the WWE Wrestling Blu-ray collection overview. Now, a lot of my Blu-rays I bought with me from England that weren't available over here on Blu-ray are just the artworks at the minute. The discs are obviously in a safe place, like in the carrying case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go show the sleeves first and talk a bit about them, and then I'm going to get to the actual Blu-rays that I bought over here. So we've got a bit of a collection here to go through, right here. So here we go. We're going to start off with Night of Champions 2012. I have to admit, one of the things I loved about 2012 was CM Punk's reign as the WWE Champion. I really loved it. I thought it was great. And it made a change to have someone go over a year. You know, still this 3-month rule thing where they ended up just having it for 3 months. So then we got Over the Limit 2012. Great Brian Danielson match with CM Punk. And to be honest with you, to me that was the best part about 2012 because a lot of 2012, other than the Shield and that, was quite disappointing. TLC 2012. See, look, all these are not available in America on Blu-ray, so I had to bring them with me. So that's a bit annoying, but Vengeance 2011. Yeah, let's see, what were the matches on it? Yeah. No Right 2012. Night of Champions 2011 with the CM Punk Triple H match, which wasn't that bad. It wasn't very good, but it wasn't that bad. I think the shocking thing was when Mark Henry beat Randy Orton and won the belt. Nobody expected that to happen. But that was great, I tell you. I remember watching it live and going, oh, Randy Orton's going to beat him, he's going to kick out. And I was like, what? He didn't kick out? Shit, son. You know what I mean? One of my favourite pay-per-views of the year, the Elimination Chamber 2012. I like the Elimination Chamber match a lot. I think it's one of the greatest matches to be created. And once again, another Eric Bischoff idea. So, you know. Hell in the Cell 2011. I like the Hell in the Cell aspects, pay-per-view with their 3 Hell in the Cell matches. But I don't like that there's no blood. You want blood, don't you? Not because you're bloodthirsty, but because if someone's head's hitting against metal, you want blood, you know? Money in the Bank 2012. Which, to be honest with you, I did like the fact that John Cena won the Money in the Bank briefcase, and it was the other one who won. Damien Sandow. He could have gone really far, but they held him back. One of my favourite pay-per-views of 2011, SummerSlam 2011. I love this. The match between them two was awesome. And then the bit with Alberto Del Rio where he comes in and basically cashes in and gets the belt. Awesome. Really enjoyed that. SummerSlam 2009. The Jeff Hardy CM Punk match, I think. Yeah, that was pretty good. And the Orton Cena match, which we've all seen before multiple times. Let's be honest, if it happens now, we don't really care about it. TLC 2011. I don't really remember much about this pay-per-view, to be honest. But I think CM Punk's the champion. Yeah, he is. That's all I remember about. Royal Rumble 2009. The one where, the one where Jeff Hardy loses to Edge because Matt Hardy interferes and it makes him have a match at WrestleMania, basically. So yeah, Royal Rumble 2009. Survivor Series 2011, where John Cena and The Rock team up to go against R-Truth and The Miz. To be honest with you, I thought that was a really shit match. And I really didn't like The Miz and R-Truth versus them. I thought it should have been someone better. You know, like Triple H and CM Punk or something. You know, a proper match. The Best of SmackDown versus Raw. This was a limited thing that came with, I think, SmackDown versus Raw 2009 in the special edition ring version. I kept it because, to be honest with you, it's got matches in HD that you can't get on HD, like from 2008 and stuff. So I kept it for that reason, to be honest. Then these are pirated Blu-rays, which I had from wrestling. I've got them all on DVD officially, but I bought these off a guy off of, I think, iOffer. And they're not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. Survivor Series 2009. Yeah, Survivor Series 2009. I love the whole triple threat aspect, where it had Shawn Michaels, Triple H, them versus John Cena in a three-way, and the way Shawn Michaels just kicks him in the face and knocks him out the ring at the beginning. Awesome. And The Undertaker versus Chris Jericho and Big Show. That was great and all. I really enjoyed those two matches. I thought they were really good, to be honest. TLC 2010. Is it 2010? No, sorry, 2009. It was an alright pay-per-view. By that time, you'd seen Batista versus Undertaker so many times. They had good chemistry, but there's only so many times you want to see the same match over and over again. Okay, TLC 2010. I like the Wade Barrett John Cena match, and I think Randy Orton versus The Miz was all right. But to be honest with you, I wasn't very keen on the pay-per-view. I find a lot of WWE's pay-per-views now to be quite medical. They're not anything special like they used to be. Extreme Rules 2010, I think. Or 9, it's one of them, it hasn't got on it. I like this pay-per-view, but I can't read the back of it. So another one, Elimination Chamber 2010. I love the Elimination Chamber pay-per-views. They're some of my favourite pay-per-views of all time. Especially when there's two on the card, because I really enjoy them. Money in the Bank 2010. Let's have a look. What was the matches? Sheamus vs John Cena, boring. Rey Mysterio vs Jack Swagger, boring. I used to like the Money in the Bank matches a lot, but it kind of got a bit dull in my view. The Elimination Chamber matches are better, but the ladder matches for the Money in the Bank are pretty bad. Over the Limit 2010. Randy Orton versus Edge was probably the best match of the show, and also John Cena versus Batista. Over the Limit 2010. The Bash 2009. Another CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy match, which was pretty good, and the 3 Stages of Hell match between Randy Orton and Triple H, which to be honest didn't go very long. It was alright, but it didn't go long enough, like the Stone Cold Steve Austin Triple H match did, which was a lot better. Breaking Point, where basically I think this is where The Undertaker makes CM Punk tap out, I think. I can't remember. And you had John Cena versus Randy Orton again, which nobody cared about, because it was a real stinker, because you'd seen it all before. Another one with John Cena and Randy Orton. And bragging rights had the bit where Batista turned on Rey Mysterio. Yeah, bragging rights 2009. I really like seeing Batista beat the crap out of Rey Mysterio. Batista's an animal. He's meant to be evil. It's meant to be twisted, you know? That would have been awesome. But no. Then we go back to the original name of what Elimination Chamber is now. And that is No Way Out. 2009? Yeah, 2009. There's like Elimination Chambers here, you know, I mean officially. At No Way Out before it turned Elimination Chamber. Obviously, the first one happened at Survivor Series 2002, and then SummerSlam 2003. But the mainstay was basically No Way Out before it became Elimination Chamber. I love Elimination Chamber. Night of Champions 2009. Which is, to be honest, Punk was alright as the world champion, but I preferred him as the WWE champion in 2012, 11, 12, because to be honest with you, he brought more to the table then. He was more seasoned in WWE. I mean, he'd been on the independent scene for years and years. You know, I mean, I was watching him in Ring of Honor, I was watching him in IWA, I was watching him in his odd appearance in CZW, PWG, you know. So I think he needed to get used to the fanciness of WWE because he really brought that out in his long WWE title reign. Extreme Rules 2009. Let's have a look. Some matches. Randy Orton vs Batista, that was an alright match. Edge vs Jeff Hardy, alright. The rest weren't all that. So yeah. Extreme Rules 2009. Judgment Day 2009. Again, Edge versus Jeff Hardy. That was 3 matches at the beginning of 2009. And to be honest with you, I get a bit tired of it. I don't like seeing 3 matches straight after each other, the same wrestler against the same wrestler. They lost. Give it a break. You know, gets on my nerves a bit. Randy Orton vs Batista, again, another repeat. You know, we like seeing them, but change it up a bit. You know, you get like 12, 13 pay-per-views a year. Give us different matches. Be like Ring of Honor, you know. Fatal 4-Way, which I think was the only Fatal 4-Way that existed. And that is from 2010, I think. Fatal 4-Way match, Jack Swagger vs CM Punk vs Big Show. Yeah, I remember this. The problem with the DVD version of this is on the front it shows you all the winners of the main matches in the 4 squares, which to be honest with you was a big pile of donkey crap. So I kind of prefer that cover. Hell in a Cell 2009. Again, it was fun to watch and I really like Hell in a Cell, but I want to see blood, you know. I think in this they did have blood in this one, I think. I'm not sure. But I want to see blood in the matches, you know. I don't want blood, but if it's in a match where it looks like it should have blood, I want a little bit. And then last but not least, Backlash 2009. And just so you know, the person who made these was called... Where are we? There he is. Digital Del Boy. That was his name. But yeah, so... Backlash 2009. So yeah, I like this. This was the one where basically they had the WWE Championship match in a 6-man tag, just like the one at King of the Ring 2000. And it had Batista, Shane McMahon, Triple H versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Ted DiBiase. Randy Orton won, and to be honest with you, it wasn't that bad, but I was quite disappointed in the match itself. Okay, so that's all of the slipcover ones that I need to put in cases. Now we're getting on to the actual American released wrestling Blu-rays of WWE. So here it goes. The first one is NWO The Revolution. Now this is what, now being on Blu-ray, I thought this would be a great documentary. It's quite disappointing. Don't get me wrong, it's fun, and it's fun to watch, but it's not anywhere as informative as you hope. I think it's like only a 45-minute documentary. Should have at least been 2 hours and gone really in depth about, you know, the problems and everything. But other than that, it's pretty good. It's got most of the same matches on there we've all seen if we've seen WCW before. And to be honest with you, a bit disappointing. But then we've got the Attitude Era Blu-ray, which again had a 45-minute documentary, which was crap because the Attitude Era went on for years. And to be honest, since the Attitude Era is most people's favourite time in wrestling, you know, why not have, again, a 2-hour documentary with a lot of the stars talking about their favourite moments and stuff? It just was annoying, and the matches on there are nearly on every other single DVD release, so you just get a bit upset with it. You're like, did I waste money for a 45-minute documentary which is about nothing, practically? Rock versus Cena, once in a lifetime, which was a lie because a year later they had the match again. So that was quite upsetting. The documentary was pretty good. It rivaled basically their whole problems with each other. Basically had the documentary, then it had every scene with them on Raw, which isn't a lot because The Rock was doing movies as well. So, you know, it's good to have, but at the same time, again, it's disappointing because they lied. It was once in a lifetime and it isn't. And to be honest, the second match should never have happened because it's terrible. Balls Count Anywhere, which I haven't watched yet, but I bought because it was buy one get one free, and to be honest, it was $6.99. I thought I'd get this free because why not basically pay $3.99 instead of, you know, $6.99. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the bottom line on the most popular superstar of all time. I really like this Blu-ray release. It's really packed with a lot of stuff. It's a 3-disc set, and the documentary is at least 2 hours and I think 2 hours and 20 minutes long. It's awesome. I really liked it. It really goes into depth about his career and about other things. And this is one of those Blu-rays which I highly recommend buying because I'm not the biggest Stone Cold Steve Austin fan, but I respect the guy after watching this more because he really talks from the heart more. CM Punk, best in the world. Now, you know, CM Punk, I like him a lot, and I like his pipe bombs and all that, but I don't think he's the best in the world. The best in the world is Bryan Danielson. I've been saying that since 2004, you know. I enjoyed this documentary, even though he sounds a bit like he's whining a bit because he's going on about not being taken seriously and, you know, the hardships of wrestling. And you have respect for him, but at the same time, he's kind of like in the middle. I respect him, but at the same time, I feel like you have to pay your dues, you know. And if people don't see you as marketable, you know, it's not your fault, is it? You know. But yeah, it's a good release overall. Oh, move that. So many more of it, but ain't wrestling. There we go. You Think You Know Me, the story of Edge. I really like this. Again, 2 hours long, and it says about how he feels about not being able to wrestle. And Spice, he says he doesn't feel that bad about it, but it was the best thing that happened to him. He's in some movies, and you see him in this place far away in the hills. It's really nice. This is probably, I reckon this is better than the best in the world one. In Your House. The classics, pay-per-view classics, 1995 to 1996. Now, In Your House was great, and it's good to have them on here, especially in HD, even though I don't agree with the way they do these Blu-ray releases because they're all in standard definition on Blu-ray disc. I don't agree with that at all, but at least they're on a Blu-ray, and at least I don't have to buy the DVDs, because there ain't no DVDs, unless you buy them from England or Germany, which I had all of them before I moved here. So I'm kind of glad I've just got this, even though some of the matches on here are not, basically shouldn't really be on here, but that's the WWE for you, half the time giving you shit. 1 second. Best of Raw and SmackDown 2011 3-disc. I like these because I like seeing the promos, I like seeing some of the matches. Again, some of the things shouldn't be on here because they don't make no sense, but I like it. I like these sets because I don't want to watch the show every week. It gets too repetitive. You know, The Undertaker versus CM Punk one week. The Undertaker intimidates CM Punk the next week. CM Punk takes revenge the week after. You know, it's just the same matches and that. So I like watching the pay-per-views and getting these. So yeah, 2011. The Best of Raw and SmackDown 2012. Again, just like I said about the other one, I like having them because I like these more than watching them live on TV. So yeah. The annoying thing is that 2013 is only available on Blu-ray in England because for some reason they didn't think it'd be worth selling it on Blu-ray over here. So I have to import it from England. Goldberg, the Ultimate Collection. Now, back in the day, I watched WCW when Goldberg appeared. I used to watch it around my nan's back in 1997, 1998. I used to sleep around on the weekend on the sofa, and I'd watch wrestling the same night, and it would be awesome. And Goldberg was my hero of WCW. Now, the thing that annoys me about set is it's all his matches, well, not all of them, but it's all about his matches, I should say. It's got a lot of the matches in there, and nowhere near half, but it's got some good ones in there, you know. I'm really messing this bit up. But the annoying thing about this is there's no documentary. And I would have loved the Goldberg documentary, you know. It would have made it special. They should have done that. But no. Instead, they just released this, which just has some of his best matches in it. And to be honest, half of them are not even his best matches. Like, they've got a lot of squash matches on there, like guys he beats in minutes, and it's just annoying. WCW War Games from WWE. War Games is one of my favourite matches from the NWA WCW days. Especially the early ones with Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen. The ones before WCW were better. They were more violent and they were more brutal. And to be honest with you, it's worth buying this just for those matches again. You know? Okay, let's get on to some of these pay-per-views then. SummerSlam 2013. What a great match between Bryan Danielson and John Cena. I loved it. And the bit where Randy Orton cashes in and Triple H turns on him, great. Awesome. Loved it. Kind of reminded me a lot of 2011 really, except with the referee turning on them. Royal Rumble 2012. The Royal Rumble where Sheamus won and then went on to basically beat Bryan Danielson in 18 seconds at WrestleMania, which was ridiculously stupid at the time. But, you know, it happens. Another Elimination Chamber 2011. My favourite pay-per-view probably, Elimination Chamber, like I said before. Love matches with Edge and Randy Orton and so forth. The Miz vs. Jerry King Lawler was a real joke. Don't like those kind of matches. I want matches that are going to make me go wow at the end of the night. And sadly, a lot of WWE's matches don't do that anymore. Sadly. Money in the Bank 2013. Really enjoyed this pay-per-view. I like the Shield, you know. I like the Shield. Rob Van Dam to me might as well retire because I don't want to bother seeing him anymore. And when are they going to start pushing Dolph Ziggler? He needs to be pushed. Dolph Ziggler is like people say Shawn Michaels, but he sells better. That's what people say, and I think they're right. He sells pretty good, you know. I really like him. WrestleMania 30. Probably one of the most upsetting WrestleManias of all time. The Undertaker losing the streak to Brock Lesnar in the fashion he did was terrible. I would have liked a better match with them two if he was going to beat him. The best match on the card for me was John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. The Batista Randy Orton Danielson match wasn't that great, but watching Danielson win the belt after all was fantastic. His match with Triple H was better, I thought. But I just thought the whole thing in itself was quite disappointing. Over the Limit 2011. I had this on DVD in England and I haven't unsealed it and watched it yet over here. The John Cena versus Miz match was alright. Rey Mysterio versus R-Truth. Can't stand R-Truth. Think R-Truth is a right dickhead. And to think R-Truth was an NWA World Champion in TNA back in 2002. I mean, what a joke. Royal Rumble 2011. Edge versus Dolph Ziggler. A really good match. The Miz versus Randy Orton. It was alright. From what I remember, the Royal Rumble winner was Alberto Del Rio. And, I don't know. I didn't really like the Royal Rumble. Having 40 wrestlers in a Royal Rumble to me didn't make sense. didn't like it ever since there hasn't been a 40-man Royal Rumble. Extreme Rules 2011. Not a bad pay-per-view. Christian, to me, deserves the belt, the World Heavyweight belt, because it's paid his dues, you know. But I don't know. Randy Orton versus CM Punk was alright, you know, and John Cena versus The Miz versus John Morrison. That was an alright match. But the match I really enjoyed was Michelle McCool versus Layla. Oh, Layla. Now that's when you know you've seen a high. Oh, Layla. Survivor Series 2010. The terrible storyline with the Nexus blackmailing John Cena. You know, I hated that. I liked the Nexus, but I hated John Cena being involved with them. You know? And Kane as world champion bored me and all. Sorry about yawning. I'm so knackered. Bragging Rights 2010. Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, John Cena again, and Kane versus The Undertaker. You know, to be honest with you, the best part about all of it was just the Nexus logo at the top. Hell in a Cell 2010. Kane versus The Undertaker again. Randy Orton versus Sheamus. And John Cena versus Wade Barrett. If John Cena wins, the Nexus must disband. If Wade Barrett wins, John Cena must join the Nexus. And Wade Barrett does win, and he joins the Nexus just to be a pain in the arse, basically. Good old John Cena getting on all our nerves again. Turn him heel because he's a pain in the arse. That's what I say. WrestleMania 25, one of my favourite WrestleManias. I love the Randy Orton Triple H promo before the match. I love the Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker matches. To be honest with you, I think Undertaker and Shawn Michaels matches are two of the biggest highlights of any WrestleManias of all time. And the one thing I like about WrestleMania Blu-rays and DVDs is you get the Hall of Fame ceremonies. I like watching the Hall of Fame. WrestleMania 26, Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker career versus streak match. Now that's how you do it. The match on here is awesome, probably even better than the first one. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Mr. McMahon was a joke. It was crap. Bret Hart hasn't got any of his talent anymore. Chris Jericho versus Edge was alright. Batista versus John Cena was alright. Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk was pretty good. You know, I think in the last few years WrestleMania hasn't really felt that way. WrestleMania 27, when The Rock decides to just grab hold of John Cena and cost him the whole match. It was the host and he got involved. Triple H versus The Undertaker was an alright match, and really good match actually. And The Undertaker won. Jerry King versus Mark Cole, which was a gimmick match. I hate gimmick matches. Unless there's a real meaning to them, I don't like them. The CM Punk versus Randy Orton match wasn't too bad. Get on with more. Payback, which I watched, and I didn't really like the match between Ryback and John Cena. The match between CM Punk and Chris Jericho was pretty good. Royal Rumble 2014, where Batista had all the booing hate because he beat Roman Reigns in the last two people in the Royal Rumble. And to be honest with you, I've got to be honest, I didn't really enjoy the whole event that much. I thought it was a big letdown, to be honest. You know. WrestleMania 28 was a good one with Shawn Michaels, Triple H and The Undertaker in the Hell in a Cell match. Shawn Michaels being the special guest referee. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho wasn't a bad match. The Rock versus John Cena, the once in a lifetime match. To be honest, well, it was. You could tell The Rock was rusty. Let's put it that way. You could tell he was rusty, and you know, I think The Rock isn't the best wrestler in the world anymore. I don't think he's that great. I think he's great. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's as good as he used to be. Survivor Series 2012. I enjoyed this pay-per-view. I got really nothing much to say about it. CM Punk vs John Cena vs Ryback was a good match. Team Flo vs Team Ziggler wasn't too bad, you know. But I want to see proper wrestling. Royal Rumble 2010. I think this is the one where John Cena won. I think. Did he win? I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Either way, it doesn't matter. Michelle McCall vs Mickey James was okay. But they were calling her Piggy James. Hunter vs Rey Mysterio. The Hunter with Death Smoke Rey Mysterio. Christian vs Ezekiel Jackson was boring. SummerSlam 2010, the big match between WWE versus the Nexus. I like that match. The rest, that was the highlight of the whole pay-per-view. So I enjoyed that a lot. WrestleMania 29. Ooh. The Rock versus Cena. Again. The thing is, everybody, once The Rock won the belt, everybody knew that John Cena was going to go against him and beat him for the belt and basically get redemption for losing at WrestleMania 28. And that made it predictable. Triple H vs Brock Lesnar wasn't that great. Undertaker vs CM Punk was really good. I really like that match. It was really good. But I hate this cover. None of the other WrestleManias are in these Digipack covers. But they decided to make 29 in that. But 30 when it came out wasn't. I hate it when they do that. WrestleMania 24. Ric Flair vs Shawn Michaels was really fun to watch. The whole Mayweather Big Show was just like, eh. Vinny vs JBL was okay. Edge vs Yanta was a really good match. That's it really. Oh, and Randy Orton Triple H John Cena was okay. SummerSlam 2012 was okay. Again, it was one of those where Triple H loses and then he beats him at WrestleMania. It was okay. You know, you can't really talk about the wrestling ones that much because I ain't seen them in a while. Royal Rumble 2013. Let's have a look. CM Punk versus The Rock. To be honest with you, I never thought CM Punk should have lost to The Rock because, you know, The Rock's The Rock. CM Punk should have lost it to a newcomer like Roman Reigns or something. You know, not then, but he should have done it to someone like that to give them the big rise, you know. A bit like how Austin Aries beat Samoa Joe in Final Battle 2004 at Ring of Honor. Or how Jerry Lynn beat Nigel McGuinness and then Tyler Black beat Austin Aries after he beat Jerry Lynn, you know. The 25 top rivalries in WWE. To be honest with you, you'd seen these all before, basically on other sets. Andre the Giant vs Hulk Hogan, Vince McMahon vs Stone Cold, stuff like that. The only good thing was like the Fabulous Freebirds versus the Von Erichs, which was no, and Magnum PA versus I think Tully Blanchard. You know, but other than that, there was no point even owning this. For All of Mankind. This was a good documentary when I first sleep watching it 5 times. I enjoyed it other than that, basically. Because it's really relaxing and a bit snooze-festy. But I enjoyed it. If you need a good night's sleep, get For All of Mankind. In all stores. In all your local stores. There you go. Elimination Chamber 2013. The Elimination Chamber match was good. Antonio Cesaro is always good. Catalin's always good. The Rock vs CM Punk was, you know, people knew CM Punk won't get the belt and they knew to go against Cena, so it wasn't that great. But CM Punk can hold up anybody, you know, even if they. I mean, The Rock's fantastic, but it's lost his touch, if you ask me. Then Triple H by Kingdom Come. Now, I bought this for $20 off Amazon. I wasn't sure what I was going to get, but this is probably one of the best Triple H documentaries I've ever seen. I love the bit where he talks about his relationship with Stephanie and how dangerous it was, and now he could have got fired for it, but it worked out because he really loved her and everything. I thought that was great, and it shows his whole career basically and tells you about how he became the game he is today. So basically, that was great, you know. So that's my WWE Wrestling collection on Blu-ray. My WWE Wrestling DVD collection's a lot bigger, obviously. Um, I hope you enjoyed it. I know a lot of people probably don't watch it or watch my normal things, but I know there's some of you out there that do. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I will be doing some more wrestling DVD overviews a little bit in the future after I get done with the Blu-rays. And that's it really. So hope you enjoyed it. Take care and have a good night.